G'day folks, welcome back to the channel. That noise that you might be able to hear in the background is the sound of Enzo Ferrari spinning in his grave at the news that the company, that master of the V8 and V12 engine, that creator of iconic cars, posters of which adorn the walls of kids' bedrooms the world over, and which every petrolhead aspires to own or at least experience, that legendary and historic brand is making a battery electric vehicle, a milk float, a golf cart, a bland eco blob. Why would you buy a Ferrari EV? Good question. EVs from unpronounceable Chinese brands will no doubt be quicker and far cheaper. The only thing that distinguishes a Ferrari EV from any other EV will be the badge, and perhaps slightly better upholstery. Underneath it all, it's still just a battery and a motor. The automotive press, keen to ensure that they're not uninvited from all the glitzy Ferrari events, has barely a bad word to say about this, despite the fact that given the tiny volume of cars that Ferrari makes, having an electric model in the lineup will make zero difference to emissions. This is of course one reason why there should be exclusions for small volume manufacturers to allow them to continue to build the cars they're known for. But unfortunately, this is the inevitable result of the EU's sword of Damocles poised over the internal combustion engine and scheduled to drop and kill off the European auto industry in 2035, if there's anything left of it by then anyway. Following in the tradition of using a boring name translated into Italian to make it sound exotic, like the Quattroporte 4-door or the Dodici Cilindri 12 cylinders, the Electrica, or just electric, will tragically try to replicate the experience of driving a real car in a desperate attempt to fool buyers with way too much money and not enough sense that it is a real Ferrari. And of course it weighs over 2 tons thanks to the ridiculously heavy battery pack. We'll come on to the sound in a minute, which is a story in itself, but Autocar gushes over the reveal of the powertrain. Ferrari EV to bring 1000 bhp, huge battery and handling to thrill. Wild active suspension tech, 329 mile range and an authentic engine note. Secrets of the 2026 Electrica revealed. Ferrari's first electric car will be launched next year with around 1000 bhp from 4 motors, stunning acceleration, wild new chassis technology and active suspension from the F80, but bosses say it won't be a supercar. The 4-door 4-seater, which will be Maranello's 7th standalone model line, is described instead of more of a GT car, positioning itself as an indirect successor to the likes of the old V12 engined FF and GTC 4 Lusso. Unusually, the long-awaited EV, codenamed Electrica, is being revealed in 3 different stages, beginning here. First come the technical details of the entirely bespoke chassis, radical quad-motor powertrain, and huge 122 kilowatt-hour battery. Then in early 2026, Ferrari will reveal the car's official name before the final unveiling by the middle of the year. When you have a lot of innovation, like in the case of the Electrica, you have to show step by step what is in the car, explained CEO Benedetto Vigna. And this must be one of the most ironic aspects of the Ferrari EV, given the fact that we're always calling them iPads on wheels. Camouflage prototypes of the new car, designed in partnership with iPhone designer Johnny Ive's agency Love From, have given away few details, but it is clear it will ride higher than a traditional 4-door GT and have a rakish aero-optimized silhouette. No dimensions have been given either, but previous mules were based on the Maserati Levante, which suggests it will be around 5 meters long, similar to the V12 engine Puro Sangue. Vigna acknowledged that the market for premium and sporting electric cars is turbulent, but said now is the right time for Ferrari to launch its first EV, even as rivals including Aston Martin, Bentley and Lamborghini delay their own. Because the brand needs to move fast to embrace and develop new technologies. A mandate, he says, was established by company founder Enzo Ferrari in 1947. The point is very simple. We have to innovate. If we do not innovate, we do not deserve to be called a market leader, said Vigna. There is a new traction. Yes, this traction is electric. Yes, other people are having problems, but we have to innovate. And we want to show the world that if we master it well, we can deliver unique driving thrills with electric. I mean, personally, I just cannot understand who would choose to buy one of these. It's like the people that would choose to buy a Porsche Taycan over a Panamera or a 911. They simply want the badge. They want an EV, but they want the badge. And I can only assume that this will be the same for Ferrari. It'll be people who want to buy a Ferrari, but at the same time, they're desperate to have an EV. And it might also get them into the queue for the actual petrol car that they really want, but they have to buy one of these things first. And there's just a little bit of information about the fake sounds. It's not trying to replicate a combustion engine, which is good, but it still sounds a bit cheesy. Ferrari's commitment to ensuring its EV is as engaging as its ICE sports cars. Wait a minute, are you saying an EV is not as engaging as an ICE sports car? Shock horror. Extends to an innovative harmonic system that has created to provide a soundtrack for the powertrain on the move. Rather than synthesizing an engine note and pumping it into the cabin, or artificially enhancing the whirring and whining of the motors, Ferrari has developed a high-precision sensor that picks up the vibrations of the mechanical components and amplifies them, like a pickup on an electric guitar. The result, says Ferrari, is an authentic aural experience that reflects the dynamic driving experience, but it is only heard when functionally useful to provide feedback and enhance certain physical sensations. At a 70 miles per hour motorway cruise, for example, it will remain silent. The sound of our electric Ferrari is not fake at all, said Fulgenzi, emphasising the importance of authentic means of boosting engagement. No, honestly, it's not fake. Please believe us. There is also a dedicated Ferrari Order Noise Cancellation System, FONC, that monitors and selectively cancels undesirable current harmonics produced by the motors, like high-pitched whines to boost refinement on the move. Well, write a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Who is going to buy an electric Ferrari? Would you buy one? What do you think of it? Is it a great idea or is it a crazy idea? For me, cars like Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche even, they're small volume producers compared to Toyota and Ford. And so they should be allowed to continue to build what they're known for, which is amazing powertrains. That's why you buy a Ferrari in the first place. Even Enzo himself said this. You buy the engine and the car comes free. So why would you buy an electric motor and a battery? Do you think someone in 50 years' time, or even 70 years' time, is going to look back at the EVs, the Ferrari EVs of today, and think that they are classic cars? Of course they're not. They'll be landfill. Or they'll have been converted somehow to petrol, but they won't be classics like the combustion cars. That's just a reality. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. I think it's absolute madness that they're even going down this path. They should continue to build combustion engine cars. That's their niche. That's what people want. And to hell with the EU mandates, quite frankly. But it's a sign of the world we live in now, where even companies like Ferrari have got to toe the line of the mad EU mandates. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Bye for now. If you've got any tips or stories, go there. If you'd like to watch another video, go there. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, go there. And please subscribe to the channel.